just your money. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Give thanks and praise. Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted y'all to hear a little bit of my cultural music there. But really, guys, today is a little bit different. What I wanted to do is I wanted to peel back a little bit and share a little bit more about who Micardo is, who the Jamaican dude, how I got started in internet marketing, so on and so forth, and what kind of experience I've had, what I've been through, my journey pretty much. And I chose this song. I really like this song because it's about giving thanks and praise for where you are in life, um, and also the things that you've accomplished and overcome. So I got an email the other day, actually yesterday, and the email was kind of, you in internet marketing and list building and so forth, you're always gonna find a group of people who they really don't understand. They're skeptical and pretty much the same place where we were at one point. So it's understanding, but this was kind of odd. This one was, it kind of bothered me a bit because I was in the same position um, a little bit over a year ago. So, I mean, it's kind of personal. That's why I say it bothered me. Now, this individual said that they had um, 7 kids, just got laid off from their job, and don't know if they want to take the chance or the risk and go into an online business, or they're skeptical about whatever uh, possibilities might happen. Pretty much some of the same concerns that I had too. But this is why this one, it kind of prompt me to get on camera and share a little bit about me and what I do. And I'm doing this because I'm a person, I like my privacy. I don't like, you know, having my personal life too much in the spotlight. I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of it. So I'm a bit apprehensive and, don't like the camera. However, I love to communicate, and I don't have a problem with going through what I need to do to resolve a situation or help somebody or share something with someone. Now, I gotta first, before I get into what I want to talk about, I have to bring out these disclaimers. Now, the income that I'm going to talk about here are they I accomplished this kind of income because of hard work, dedication. It's wee hours of the morning and I'm up um, making this video because I love what I do. I believe in what I do, and I enjoy doing. So it's not a burden or complicated anymore. You understand? So um, the disclaimer is the monies that I'm gonna talk about, um, that I've made over the past month since I've been working online full time is because of skills that I learned, long sacrifice and money that I've invested to learn these different skills. So the results, they're not typical. You might try some of the same things and don't make any money. And you know, it all has to do with your skill set and where you are and your diligence and how well you apply the things that you learn as you go along. So with that, guys, again, my name is Micardo, and or the Jamaican dude. I've been working online since the end of 2007, 2008, and then I took I made a little bit of money. Then some family stuff got in the way, and I had to step away from it for a little bit. And so I did that. My family grew. I went back to a corporate America job that I had done just briefly. The money was right, they nice, just like everybody, they make you a good offer and you take the job. I was in sales. I was a sales manager for a jewelry store chain. And one of the things is this that I've discovered since living in this country as a, a citizen, a resident of the US since 2001. I've always visited this place, but um, in 2001 I decided to live here. And the thing is this that I want you guys to understand. When I came here from the Caribbean, I have never used a computer in my life. I didn't even know how to send an email. My wife, Sarah, taught me how to send an email back in 2003 with Yahoo. That was the first time I've ever seen or used an email. So the abilities that I now use to make a living to take care of my family. And this is why I really want to share this with you guys. So back then in 2001, I didn't know anything about a PC. I didn't know how to use it. I'd never done a computer class in my life. And my mom got this Windows 98 computer and she gave it to me. And I got some books. I tore the PC apart, with knowing where all the parts and so forth. And I bought books. I went to Barnes and Noble. That's like a bookstore. You buy books here in the US. And, for those of you who are not uh, US citizens. But the thing is this, um, my objective was I needed to learn this. The thing is this, I've always wanted to work with computers and in advertising or marketing. So I've always had a drive, a desire, a plan, and a goal to do that. My only problem was, where do I learn these skills that I need to take myself to the goals and the aspirations that I dreamt of? So I learned how to build this PC and I taught myself how to use it. Then, as the years went on, I figured out you can learn how to type online. So I taught myself how to type. I went to a website like Typing Web and a few other typing games and so forth that I would find online. And I would use these games and these different software and teach myself how to type. And I learned how to type. Then I started learning more about internet marketing. I started learning about web designing, graphics designing, all these different areas. While at the same time, I'm learning about business, small business, business development, and so forth. So the thing was this is I needed to know these different things because this is where I wanted to be. So all this stuff, all this knowledge, all this experience is all acquired within the past 10 to 15 years. And guys, I didn't go to a formal college. I have this mantra, when in doubt, Google it out. Anything I didn't know, it was to the library, research, Google, Yahoo. I would find or go Barnes and Noble or find some bookstore, Borders or Amazon. I bought a lot of books off of Amazon, learning all different kinds of things, just so I can better sharpen my skills. Now, I'm sharing this with you guys. Let's jump back a little bit. In Jamaica, where I'm from a small little country town, right? And we farm, we do everything for ourselves. My dad built houses. At the same time, he was a farmer. Now, my mom, a housewife, she had her own little farm, chicken business. We did poultry. Um, so we pretty much provide most of the food or produce or stuff that you guys would find at the grocery store here. I've Most of the stuff that I came over here and now know how to do, I've never done before in my life. So I had to learn all these things all over again, even some things I already knew, but I had to learn it this way so I can best be self-sufficient for myself, be self-sufficient for me and for my family. So none of this was something that was done overnight. The everything that I wanted, I had to sit down and think and plan it and focus on it and said, you know what? How do I get this? How do I make this happen? And it was this mindset, it was this drive. I always knew that I possessed the ability to do great things, to change people's life, to help people see things that normally they thought would have been complicated. And my entire journey has always been about that, always been helping people, always been figuring out things and then leading by example. That is my quest. That is what makes me feel happy. But I don't do it in the sense of looking for praise or gratification or some comment from somebody. I look for the things. I am motivated by finding the proper way to do things to benefit all the individuals around me, and in turn my actions be examples that others can say, you know what, man, you could do that. I didn't know you could do that. Or I can look at another person and admire them, be inspired by what they do, and then take that inspiration and create something that can benefit the next generation. My focus is about the legacy, the investment in another human being. Because once you understand and you start that pattern in life, it becomes something great that it becomes the foundation for many generations to come. And that is something that I learned back started when I was 17, 18. I discovered what this world was about. I discovered the difference in society. I've experienced all different kinds of things. But my thing was this: I chose what I wanted. I did not let anybody choose for me. I don't let nobody dictate anything for me. Now, in 2012, I got laid off from this job that I just mentioned. And I am a father of 4 children, right? And laid off. What do I do now? I got to feed my kids. I got to take care of my children. So I said, you know what? Let me dust off back my laptop and get back online and go back to doing what I enjoy doing and what I've always imagined me doing with my life. And I started on that. And as I started, I told my wife, I said, I'm going to give myself 2 years. The first year, I'm going to fresh up and catch up with all the different areas of internet marketing, the changes, and so on and so forth that has taken place in the industry since I've been offline. And I did that. I said, by the end of the first year, I want to transition into my business model that I have planned out, written out for myself. And I did that. And the beginning of the second year, I want to be able to start making a steady income online. And guys, I've accomplished that. That's why I'm sitting down here. So coming from not knowing how to use a PC to finding the tools, the key thing is you can't let people decide for you when you learn something or when you grow. Think about this. How did the people of old that brought me and you here today, presently, learn and advance to where they were able to take care of us? It's because they learned things from the people before and they applied those very things. They learned skills, they learned crafts to where they can trade those services or goods for the things that they need to survive. People, they learn these things. There weren't official colleges and high schools and so forth as they were back in ancient time, but people still learn to take care of themselves and to be self-sufficient. You have to do that. You can't depend on government. You can't depend on somebody to give you an idea. You can't depend on somebody to provide a job for you. You know, one thing I've discovered on this journey this past 15 years is that your talent and your gift is something that you do naturally that provide great benefit for people around you. And you do it with such ease and such beauty and finesse. And it brings so much joy and happiness to people. And you don't even realize that that's where your gift is. You see, people need a variety of goods and services. And those things come from you. You, the individual, you create the commerce. Despite the registration and the processes that the government or the counties or state or municipalities might implement to give you permission, you are giving them that power. That institution or entity don't exist without you. And now they have made you depending on them to where now you're thinking that you need somebody else to inspire you, to motivate you. No, you don't. You know what's best for yourself. Slow down. Cut the shiny object distraction thing that's going on with you. You see this, oh, jump on this program. You see this, oh, jump on that program. I didn't start making money online until I stopped and looked at what I was already doing and look back at the basics of what I've already learned and ask myself, these things that I have gotten over these past few months, are they in line with the plan, the goals that I have set out for myself? And it's when I sat down a late night, just like now, and I looked over it, I saw the very thing that I needed to take my business to the next level. I saw the individual, I saw that person with the exact same model that I wanted. And I said, you know what? Let me implement this. This was from something that I already owned. So most of the times you're looking for a miracle or somebody to tell you a quick way to get traffic or tell you a quick program to promote. Guys, stop. Stop this giddy headedness and just calm down and look at what you set out to do. You can't let the obstacles along the way and the journey distract you from the goal that you initially set out. You can't let somebody who you meet along the way completely change your goals. What they should do is add to what you initially set out to do, making it better, pushing you a little bit further, not taking away from you. So stop jumping into a bunch of different things that have nothing to do with your business plan, with why you want to make money online, why you want to start making some money. For me, my first month, I made $170 online. And I was like, okay, if I can make $170, then I can take this to $500. How do I do this? And I look back over what I did to make the $170 and I duplicate the same thing over and over and I made $500 and so on and so forth. So it's not complicated. It's like this. You got to be honest with yourself. Where is my skill level? What do I need to know? You need a website. You need certain tools. My dad, as I said, my dad's a builder. And I remember growing up seeing my father having all these bunch of different tools. And I used to think to myself, why does he have all these tools? And then he explained to me what each tool is for. And then I saw him use them in his job. And I was like, ah. So as I build my online business and my offline business, I realized that I needed certain tools to make my business function. You see, this people, this is something I noticed. And I asked myself this. This is why I resigned my job. the very first time, and then they offer me a better position and a different salary. Because I looked at it and I said, you know what, if I can work for a company and they could pay me $100,000 a year, how much money am I really making? Is it really wise for me to take my creativity, my focus, discipline, diligence to create this income for myself just to give away 85 or 99% just because of a person providing a building or a facility for me to go to every day to work, call it a job? Come on, think about it. We have become so backwards from what we are able to do. Everywhere you go nowadays, you turn on the news or you read a newspaper, you hear people talking about we're not producing anymore. It's because we stopped thinking about, we stopped enjoying working. The very essence of you being here right now is a process of work. Your body is doing ton load of work just to keep you here. Work is important. Life is work. Discovery is work. The thing, you want to go on a trip to Venice or Monaco or Jamaica or Bahamas or Curacao or somewhere in the Caribbean right now. It's going to be a series of things you're going to have to do to get there. Still work. But you see, it's the mindset that you take on the journey is what makes the journey complicated. Nothing is hard. You just lack the knowing how to do the thing. And once you master that aspect and you become real with yourself and say, you know what, man, I don't know what this thing is, so let me seek the right answers. Let me seek the right step. And another thing, in talking about the right step, this word that so much of us are familiar with, the word righteousness, it just simply means doing things the right way. People always try to figure out what is the right way of doing things. Stop defining things and people for yourself. Try to understand. Give it time. You see, understand with your mind, or should I say, hear with your mind, listen with your ears, and understand through experience and patience. And you will find that things become a little bit more easier for you. It won't be so complicated. My journey, not knowing how to use a PC to where I know how to to run a business and scale my business to where I can take care of my family the way I want to. From here on out, sky's the limit for me. My income is all based on my efforts, not somebody else telling me how I can stay here all night, all day. The first year, the first 30 days of coming from a 30-day job, I'm going to tell you guys something that helped me break my 9 to 5 mindset. I sat in this chair right here for 30 days straight, every day, working on my online business. And I told myself I was going to do that for 30 days straight. Why did I do this? Because I was in a mindset of taking instructions from somebody else. Now I have to go from that mindset to be creative in finding solutions, researching and constructing my business and paying attention to areas of my business. Whereas when I worked for somebody else, there would be a manager or somebody else looking at those aspects of my business. Now I have to think about these things. So I worked this 30 days straight nonstop to break that mindset. And believe me, guys, after 30 days, I was just finding answers. It's like my creativity turned over. Because as fatiguing as it was throughout that period of time and uncomfortable, I had to stick to it so I can change my cycle, so I can change my patterns, my habits. It's all about you and what you do. And let nobody tell you otherwise. It is very easy once your mind is focused on it, and you gotta be realistic. Come on. It takes time to do things. As the old saying goes, Rome was never built in a day. Nothing gets accomplished overnight. It takes days, hours to learn things. You might think that, okay, you don't have enough time. Well, slow down on watching so much TV. The news really don't have too much. You'll find better news online, be honest with you. More realistic stuff that you can sift through much easier without so much propaganda. Other than that, leave some of the sitcoms alone. It takes anywhere from 5 minutes to 40 minutes to watch a YouTube video on learning something. Dedicate at least 15 minutes a day to learn something new. And I promise you, look at yourself in 30 days or 6 months or 90 days time, and you would have acquired a completely new skill. Do that with Photoshop, and you see how easy you learn Photoshop. Do that with learning the different traffic sources, and you will see how easy you become a master at learning what type of traffic to go for. And then you can use that area and focus on building a business. Guys, it is not hard. It just requires some focus. And those of you who have children like myself, we expect our children to learn from the ABC level and gradually grow into it. So how come as adults we forgot the processes of learning? I mean, we have to start from the basics. So calm that mind down a bit and look at the basics and work things from the simple aspect, looking at the example and applying it, looking and applying it, and you'll find that you will learn. Stop racing the mind so much. It's all your pace. You're not in college anymore. You're working for yourself. You're trying to learn something so you can better yourself. Remember that. So do this like you wouldn't do anything else in your life, like it's the last thing you have to do. Don't let somebody or circumstances make you have to fight extremely hard for what you want. Don't let that happen. So instead of going out every day fighting traffic to get to a job, which is somebody else's business, you're helping them fulfill their dreams, right? Think about it. You could be doing the same thing for your business, fulfilling your aspirations and your dreams. So ask yourself, are you really studying to mind your own business, or are you minding other people's business? And guys, that's why that song I was playing initially, giving thanks and praise, because you know why? You're alive. No matter what condition you are in right now and you hearing my voice, you have come this far in listening to me, and you understand by now where I'm coming from. And if you don't, please drop me a line, ask me for clarification, and I will give you more in depth. As I said, my journey has been one of discovery and learning, and I have covered a vast areas of life and knowledge in understanding oneself. And that's why I speak and I think the way I do, is because I have invested the time to learn what I need to learn to take me to the next level. And you have to do that for you. And if you can't start doing that for you first, then you can't tell me, because I'm going to ask for the proof. I'm going to look for the proof, literally. And guys, give thanks and praise for where you are and what you have. And everything that you need to take you to the next level is already in your possession. So just take a minute and just look around you and you'll see. All right? So with that, guys, I'm going to say, yo, give thanks and praise. Stay focused. Be diligent. And work hard at your business so you can live your life. Guidance till next time. All right.